After a couple explores a tunnel with a gruesome history,
You can feel the energy rushing towards you.
What's that?
an uninvited guest follows them home.
There's something in this house.
At first, the supernatural being toys with the family, and then reveals the true horror of its evil intentions.
I can't scream, I can't breathe. I thought I was gonna die.
In America, there is real evil. It lurks in the darkest shadows and in our most ordinary towns. Between the worlds we see
Someone's in my room.
and the things we fear, there are doors. When they are opened, nightmares become reality. There's a grisly legend in the old mining town of Grundy, Virginia, that the tunnels beneath its foothills are haunted.
Do you have my flashlight?
Oh, yeah. Here. Just be careful, okay?
In the spring of 2010, a young couple dares to venture into the unknown just for fun.
You ready?
You know, this stuff isn't real, right?
Well, let's find out.
The legend of the tunnel is a very wealthy man was commissioned to do the tunnel. He had several slaves to do the work. He had caught one of the slaves with his wife, and the other started to rebel. He gathered all of them and sealed them up in the walls and sealed them up alive. They say that you can still hear the men screaming as they're being sealed up into the walls.
Whenever she first mentioned it, it just didn't tickle my fancy. But then I finally told her, all right, then, if you want to go, we'll go.
What was that?
You're such a chicken. There's no one here. It's just us. Come on.
We started hearing like a rushing sound, you know, like air rushing to you. It's almost like you could feel the energy rushing towards you. And then all of a sudden you could hear screaming.
Okay, tell me you heard that.
Heard what?
John, that's not funny.
I was extremely startled. I was borderline terrified.
I don't like this anymore. I want to get out of here.
Okay.
I just pretty much just brushed it off. Wasn't nothing to worry about.
John!
You should have seen your face. Just like a ghost.
I'm gonna kill you!
Candace and John decide ghost hunting is not for them. Instead, they focus on getting settled in their new house on the outskirts of town.
We found a perfect little house, and what I really loved about it was the location. Because, you know, it was close to my work, and there's just a lot of people around for JC to play with. It was exactly what we wanted.
JC is their 5-year-old daughter.
I'm excited for the pageant.
Yeah, let's get some more sequins up here. Okay, now show me your walk.
I used to be an events planner, but I started doing pageant clothes for my daughter, and that just took off. So now we just do the pageant outfits, and I love it.
Good.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
You getting ready for the big show?
Yes. Can I show you my dance?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What I love about my husband, he's very mellow, he's very loving, and he is a wonderful father.
Woo! Look at her go.
Okay, now come back, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to fix it.
How was your day?
It was just lovely.
All right.
Yeah.
My wife is lovable and outgoing. She makes me laugh a lot.
Soon after moving in, JC has trouble sleeping in her new house.
JC, honey, you okay?
When we first moved in, JC started having really bad dreams. She looked at you like there was a glaze over her eyes.
JC?
Mommy?
It's almost like the dream startled her so much, or maybe it was so real that when she opened her eyes, she couldn't believe she was still where she was at.
What's going on?
She must be sleepwalking.
Oh, sweetie, it's okay. It's all right.
She wasn't used to her having her own room. She wasn't used to the surroundings at all. And we dismissed it at first. We pretty much thought, you know, it's just growing pains. She'll get used to living here.
A few days later, Candace is putting the finishing touches on JC's pageant dress.
I heard kind of like a crash sound.
John? John!
Candace St. Clair is finally settling into a routine in her new house when she is rudely interrupted.
So I come into the kitchen. Every single cabinet door was open and every single dish I had was broken. I didn't have a plate or a glass left. Everything was completely smashed. And then all of a sudden it came flying across the room.
John!
She just had a look on her face. She was like, "Do you see this? What is this?"
My God, what happened?
I don't know. I came in and it was like this.
Are the doors locked? Stay here.
I didn't even know what to think. In my gut, I had a bad feeling that whatever it wasn't good.
I looked 2 or 3 times around the house and I didn't see anything and I couldn't find anything.
I checked. Checked everything. It's all locked and safe. There's nobody here. I mean, did you hear anybody? Or?
No, but I felt like someone was here.
I thought, you know, something had to happen. There had to be a reason that everything was out like that.
Look, if you want to do dishes...
It's not funny. I have to go pick JC up from dance practice.
I just pretty much let her know that she was safe and I'd take care of it.
Paper plates until we figure this out?
Wasn't nothing to worry about.
A few nights later, Jacy, who's been battling night terrors, sleeps in her parents' bed once again.
It felt really hot in my house, like muggy, air was moving. So I went to turn on the air conditioning. I reached up to touch the thermostat. And something grabbed my hand. My heart skipped a beat. I was terrified. Looked down the hallway, I don't see anything. There's nothing there. And I thought, am I going crazy? Am I just really, really sleepy?
Not knowing if she imagined the activity, Candace keeps the incident to herself. But as the weeks pass, it takes a visible toll on her.
I was really starting to second guess what was happening in our house. I thought maybe I'm just stressed out.
Hey, Mom.
Maybe seeing things.
Look at my pony.
It makes you question yourself a lot, about your sanity and what you're seeing.
Mommy, look what I can do. Mom, Mommy, look what I can do.
JC, Lynn, get down. Sit down. Okay, I think it's time for bed. Yes. Daddy's gonna be home in the morning. Okay, give me kisses. Love you.
Love you.
Okay, go. Go.
I had just put my daughter to bed, and I heard something down the hallway.
JC? JC, Lynn, I told you that it was time for bed. JC, honey?
I heard something down the hallway, like a very heavy breathing.
JC? You're scaring Mommy.
Candace St. Clair's worst fears are coming true.
When I first seen it, I was beyond terrified. It was huge. I mean, it had to be over 6 foot tall, and it had scales. You just kind of freeze, and it's almost like everything freezes, your thoughts, everything. And it's like this one moment that there's silence, there's no thoughts, there's nothing. Time stands still briefly. And then you're jerked back into reality, and then you go into survival mode.
Candace. Honey, what's wrong? Candace, what's wrong?
I worked late that evening. When I got home, she was just completely upset.
Candace, sweetheart, what happened?
Hi. I saw this thing that was like a figure of a man, but it wasn't a man.
What are you talking about? There's no one here, all right? It was just me. I came home early.
No, you're not listening to me. There's something in this house. First the dishes, now this. I think the house is haunted.
No, okay, I've been working a lot lately. You've been here with JC. You're just exhausted.
I really thought she's just overworked, you know? She needs a break, bad.
I know what I saw.
And I said, you can take it or leave it, but I know there's something going on here deeper than either one of us could even imagine.
I don't feel safe here. Okay, so this is it. 15, remember that.
Okay.
After the incident, Candace finds it hard relating to her husband.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, guys.
It was very frustrating to be shut out of his life. I got married and moved farther away.
You wanna watch a movie?
Kind of wrote it off.
Watch whatever you want.
He'll talk to me when he's ready.
I did try to figure out what was wrong with John.
Right.
I can't believe I'm really...
Brisk east of...
Whoa.
There's something wrong with the TV. The volume would go up or down, and the channels would go up or down.
Am I sitting on the remote?
The Crusaders 14-3.
Honey.
Actions along the Israeli-Syrian border. Summer.
Daddy, what's wrong with the TV?
Sweetheart, I don't know.
Nothing, sweetie. It's fine. There's something in me. What are you guys doing?
Well, we're getting JC ready for...
The guerrilla base, killing at least 49.
What's going on with the TV?
China
fine.
Slightly warmer temperatures. With the wind...
Can't you turn it off?
This is crazy.
Most amazing feeling that I've ever...
Must be a short.
My husband's like, well, it's electrical. The wiring in this house is terrible. You know, they've wired something up wrong.
All right, I'll go get my tools.
Winds from the
John?
south, 17 miles per hour.
What is going on?
This is just further proof that something is going on in this house.
I need to get out of here. JC, honey, we're gonna go to the park.
Yay!
That was my breaking point with him.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, honey.
He's looking around thinking, okay, what do I check now? Because he done checked everything.
Down to the second last week of play on the gridiron.
Over the next few weeks, the once happy couple begin drifting apart.
When it got to that point, you know, a relationship with your husband on that level is like non-existent. I'm being choked. I'm being held down. I can't scream, I can't breathe, I can't make a sound. I thought I was gonna die. When I looked up, it was like a gargoyle, but it had more leathery skin. I'll never forget the face because it seemed semi-human.
An evil entity has been attacking Candace St. Clair, physically and emotionally.
In that moment, I felt more than powerless. I felt defeated. I felt like it had taken everything from me, and now it was going to take my life. At that very moment, all you can think about is, you know, I'm going to die. My family is not going to have me anymore, and that's the most terrifying feeling.
Candace? Candace! Candace! What are you doing down here? What happened? Come here. Come on. Come on. Right there. Easy. What happened?
That thing from the hall, it was here.
But John doesn't know what to say or believe.
You had a bad dream. You fell out of bed, huh?
With my husband, John, it was more that he was focused on, you know, making sure I was okay and I was cleaned up more than what had done it to me. I think it was just a little too much for his psyche to take in. I think it was just a little too much for him to process at that moment.
It tried to kill me.
Come here.
But Candace is beyond trying to convince her husband the house is haunted. She decides to call upon a higher power to help her fight.
I had searched on the internet and called every church I could think of. I couldn't get any specific help from anybody. So I got a prayer and some anointed oil.
This is our home. You have no power here.
Well, I worked from the back of the house all the way to the front of the house, anointed each doorway.
This is our home. You must leave this place.
You have to reclaim your house. You have to take your power back.
You must leave this place. I reclaim this home for our family. In Jesus' name.
The prayer appears to work. The house becomes calm and peaceful.
You know, after we did the prayer and the walkthrough, the air in the house even felt a little different. It's like you could just breathe a little bit easier. So I was extremely hopeful that it had helped, but in the back of my mind, I still had that fear that, you know, anything could happen at any time.
It didn't look like a person in the face, you know, it just looked distorted. He just kept getting closer to me and closer to me and closer to me. And the closer he got to me, the hotter I got. He had his hand going into my chest. He just had my heart in his hand. It was real, real scary. But after I realized it was just a dream and I was breathing and everything was the way it's supposed to be, I just calmed down. All of a sudden, I heard something.
John St. Clair is now the target of the vicious being that has been haunting his house and attacking his wife.
This figure was standing right in front of me. Quick as a blink of an eye, I went from the ground straight up in midair. It was trying to let me know that it was in control, and I wasn't.
John! What happened?
I'm so sorry. You were right. There's something in this house.
Are you okay?
That moment right then is when he validated me, I validated him, and everything just kind of fell into place that we knew what we had seen. We knew what had happened.
What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
This was the moment that I knew our house was haunted.
We all came to a realization that we needed help, and we needed it fast. We needed it drastically.
The couple reach out to the Southern Highlands Paranormal Investigation Group.
Candace, when she first contacted us, was very stressed out, as anyone would imagine, so with children being involved.
Are you male? Are you female?
Stacy starts with a flashlight EVP session while his partner films the investigation.
We use the flashlights in conjunction with the electronic voice phenomena session, where we digitally record audio to see if we can pick up any kind of sounds or speech. You can use the flashlights a lot like a yes/no.
Are you with this land? Did you follow someone here?
It was something that, not being from the home or from the land, that it had to get there from somewhere else and attached itself to a family member.
Are you a malevolent force? Are you demonic in nature?
Demonic?
To know that you're fighting something that you can't see and can just do what it wants at will, and then you put on top of it that it's demonic, that was a lot harder for me.
We have to figure out why this has followed you here. When we spoke on the phone, we talked about your past experiences. Do you remember anything that might be connected to this?
Well, but I know this is gonna sound crazy, But ever since I was little, I could sense what people were feeling.
Since I was very young, I could see people's auras, their colors. I could see, you know, the good in people, the bad in people. But it's not something that I ever accepted.
Candace, I believe you have a spiritual gift. That's why this demonic activity has started. I believe that it's attached itself to you.
The common theory is there's spirits on earth that have unfinished business, and if this person can see them or hear them or even just feel their presence, then maybe they can get that final mission accomplished.
Have you had any experiences with spirit boards or seances, any rituals?
No.
I need you to think about this. It's very important. Take your time. Close your eyes. Relax. Try to focus on something.
The tunnel. I saw something.
Stacy confirms that a malevolent entity attached itself to Candace in the tunnel.
Because of all the evil that had taken place there and the secluded nature of this location, it was really a prime breeding ground for something dark to manifest and to kind of wait for its next victim. Someone that's psychically open would have to be careful. The locations they travel, the tunnel is really where the evil entity would have followed Candace home.
It's almost like the negative energy was drawing me.
I don't like this place anymore.
I feel guilty in a way because I brought this in on my family and didn't even know that I was doing so. The hardest part of it to take was thinking it was completely my fault.
What do we do?
What in the hell do you do now? If it's a demon, how do you take care of it?
We have to cleanse this house. Immediately.
With a demonic entity, there's really only one way to combat that, and that is through powers of good. It's the age-old battle between good and evil.
Stacy puts Candace in touch with a Catholic priest to bless the home.
I've been through your home.
The priest said, basically, you have to be united. You have to completely focus on this.
I need you in constant prayer and focus with me. You have to take back your home.
You have to reclaim your home. You have to take control of your family. And this is your #1 priority. You all are fighting not only for your family, for your lives.
Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in our battles. Be our protection against the malice and snares of the devil. May God rebuke him, we humbly pray. Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in our battles. Be our protection against the malice and snares of the devil. By the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all his followers who wander through this place. I rebuke Satan and his followers. Be gone from this place.
The St. Clair family are fighting to take back their home with the help of a Catholic priest.
Saint Michael the Archangel, defend us in our battles. Be our protection.
In the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, I rebuke thee, Satan, all of his followers, now leave my home. I thought, okay, you know, this might actually work.
Saint Michael the Archangel.
I was very hopeful that it would work.
Be our protection against the malice.
In a situation like that, you're hopeful for anything. And, you know, you just want it back the way that it was.
By the power of God, cast into hell Satan and all his followers who wander through this place. I rebuke Satan and his followers. Be gone from this place!
It was like a totally different house. It wasn't heavy.
It seemed like the air was thinner. It wasn't so heavy on your chest.
Amen.
We felt a major difference. You know, after all that, things really kind of just fell back into normalcy, which we hadn't felt quite a few years. It's been rough.
This looks like you, Daddy.
Oh, it looks like me? Really?
It does?
That hurts.
It felt good to just kind of relax and feel the house kind of settle and not think about angels, demons, ghosts. It just felt good that all you thought about was, you know, your family, your husband, and dance recitals and ball games.
Hey, who wants some pizza?
Me.
Oh,
Okay,
me,
I gotta
me,
get my
me.
purse.
And ice cream.
And
Ice
ice
cream.
cream. Okay, get up.
Please.
Thank you.
Ice cream.
Okay. Golly.
Yeah, that's great. Go get your shoes, okay? Come on.
JC? JC, honey, come on. It's time to go.
Mommy, we're ready.
Okay, wait a minute. How could she be behind me and in front of me?
Honey, what's wrong?
Mommy?
JC, stop. Go back to Dad.
Mommy, you're scaring me.
This child's face was almost hazy, like blurry, almost like there was something missing.
Medicine.
JC, are you okay?
That is just past a breaking point. I wasn't sad anymore. I wasn't terrified. I was just angry.
Stop it! Leave my family alone! You want to hurt someone? Hurt me! Hurt me!
Honey, it's not worth it, okay? We're leaving. We're leaving. It's okay.
It's one thing it doing stuff to us, but now it's the kid. And that was it. We was done.
Now, instead of reclaiming our house and worrying about prayers, I didn't care about taking anything but my family and going and getting the heck away from this house, away from all of our stuff. I didn't care. I just wanted to go and get her somewhere safe. But on the other hand, I'm hurt. I'm disappointed because this was supposed to be our dream home. This was supposed to be where I watched my family grow up. And instead it became a complete nightmare.
The family flees the house. To this day, it sits vacant.
You know, for months, you live with all that stress, and then whenever you finally know you have nothing left in that house, you look in your mirror and you see it just going away, you just wouldn't believe how much that just lifts up off your shoulders. It's an unbelievable feeling.
While the demon did attach to Candace initially, she believes it stayed in the house.
I do think it's still there. I really do.
There is something there. There's something demonic that has stayed at that location.
For her protection and to make sure it doesn't follow her family, Candace must learn to control her spiritual gift.
For her sake and her family's sake, she has to harness this power. She really needs to develop that ability further.
Candace vows to avoid anything paranormal that could harm her family.
It was just too much. You take a look around and you see what you brought into your home. And I had a lot of guilt, thinking that I had brought it in on my family, trying to search for answers. I'm still searching for answers, of course. When something, this surreal happens to you, it's hard to wrap your mind around it. But when it comes to your family's safety, there's nothing more important. And so you have to choose, and I chose.
They are learning how to move on.
It changed the way I look at things. I didn't even want to believe it until pretty much I had to. And it's not something that you can just forget. Not even slightly. You remember it.
With this experience, I don't think I have gotten over it or put it behind me. I don't think there will ever come a day that I just don't think about it in some form or another. And after all this, even when your family gets back to a regular normal, not what we were trying to make into normal, you're still very guarded. It'll always be there. It'll always be relevant. It'll always be present. I don't think that that'll ever go away, that fear.